This is one of the last ones, I reckon. This is a 9th month 1989 HJ60. Now, that was the end of the line for the HJ60. In 1990, the 80 series came out to replace the 60 series. So this is really right at the end of the line. This is also a POV pack. So because you can tell by the barn doors, and there's a few other trim pieces inside, which we'll show you later, that shows us that it would have been a real base model back in the day. Not anymore. This is a sought after vehicle. And just look at it. It's absolutely lovely. Very white out here in the Queensland sunshine. But it is an absolute specimen. It really is. And I like the way this thing's really basic as well. I'm not a big fan of electric windows and all electric stuff. Stuff that can go wrong when you're out bush and really frustrate you, let me tell you. I like simplicity, winding windows, all that kind of stuff. But we'll go into that when we get inside. Just check this thing out. Let's go up the front. Now that bull bar, you know, probably a little bit debatable whether that thing's legal or not, but you know, maybe it ticks the box, maybe it doesn't. Look, we'll leave that up to you guys to debate over that in the comments. Got square headlights, obviously, and we've got some nice black mags there with the Falcon Wild Peak all-terrains. Now, they're like a really nice simple mag. They got the O shapes in them. I think they really suit this vehicle, and it really goes along with, you know, some of the other black trims, black wing mirrors, the black pinstripes down the side of it, and moving down from there, you'll see the black rock sliders. Now they're pretty decent. I like the way they're tucked up nice and close to the seal there, and they really will protect that seal when you're out bush, or if you're climbing a few rocks to get up onto a peak, a lookout or something when you're way out west. They are really cool. I really dig those. They're super protection along the bottom there. Moving back from there, we've just got a nice simple rear bar, nothing special going on there. And you'll notice that because it's a POV pack, we've got the solid rear windows. So no sliding windows there, mate. That's all you get, a pane of glass. But it's all tinted all the way through, and it looks really, really cool. Now, why is it in a Mr Landcruiser? We're about to check it out. So let's go under the bonnet and see what we've done. Right, so this one's really cool as well. So this one's got the full 3.5-inch Whistle and Soot stainless steel exhaust that runs all the way through to the rear. Now this one's got a nice little resonator in it just to keep it nice and legal. And it's got such a sick note, it really does. It sounds really good, it really good. I love the 2H when they're turbo. They sound like such an industrial engine, they really do. Now, before we fitted this Whistle and Soot turbo, we've made sure this engine is in tip-top condition, because you can't just chuck a turbo on any old engine. You need to make sure that there are certain parameters that they're reaching, right? So we've done a compression test on this one, come back super good. Now it does look like this engine has had a rebuild on it at some stage in its life, but we won't take that for granted. And we've had the injectors out of this one, and we've sent them off to Allstate Diesels up in Townsville to have them rebuilt, because when you're turbocharging an NA engine, you really want certain things to be in tip-top shape, especially the injectors, to make sure you've got no drippage or anything like that, and the compression as well, just so you know that it's well balanced throughout the cylinders. This one's really good. It's really set up for later on, maybe an intercooler or something like that. I know Whistle and Soot have got intercoolers online now for the 60s, full kits that work with their turbo kits as well. Under here, there's nothing much else going on. We've got a simple dual battery system with a red arc isolator here, and due to the battery being there, they've relocated the overflow, the expansion bottle for the radiator. Being a 1989 and a POV pack, you don't have a clutch booster, so it's strong leg stuff over there, and that's about it. Very simple other than that. But this thing, I've been for a drive in it. It's also been for a tune up the road. Once we've done the injectors and we've sorted all that stuff out, always goes for a tune on the rolling road, just to get the little finer details done before the customer comes and get it. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go inside. Whoa, it's pretty hot in here. I think I'll open a window. See, winding windows. They never let you down, and you don't need the ignition on to use them either. So look at this thing. This thing is pretty stock standard. You can tell it's a POV pack because it's got the vinyl seats. Very practical for beach work, and if you're a bit of a If you're a grimy person, you get stuff everywhere. You can just blow it off with a blower or whatever. But I will say that the seat I am sitting on is absolutely shagged. Not only is the vinyl gone, it's got like a black duck seat cover on it or something, and even that has worn through. And it's now got a towel just to stop the hard vinyl from feeling like it's slicing the back of your thighs away. But anyway, moving up from there, we've got a dash, absolutely perfect. Look at it. We've got being a POV pack, we've got a brown interior, the brown trim. It's very brown in here, but very cool. And what you will notice, there's some patchwork going on here. We've got a grey fuse box cover, so they must have changed that or broken it in along the way somewhere. But other than that, the dash is really mint. It really is. You'll notice that there are positions in the dash that don't have anything, where you will see them on the other models. I don't know if that's supposed to be missing, but the clock's missing there. We've got blank panels here. You got a rear demister and a little spotty button there. But other than that, you got nothing. I'm even surprised it's got aircon, to be honest. But look, someone's put an Alpine unit in there, and that's Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. We've put a boost and EGT gauge in this. Now, we've just popped it down here, where this is if you had a different spec of vehicle, it would have had a full drive button here. But seeing as this has got a manual transfer case, this was just a blank. So we decided to remove that, drill the center punch, the whole drill out there, and put the gauge in there. I think it's nice and out of the way. You don't need to be seeing it all the time. You just need to be glancing when you're probably going uphill or whatever, just glancing at the EGTs. So we don't need it in your face, I don't think, anyway. And it's nice and neat down there and tucked out the way. The vinyl seems to be in really good condition here, right the way through. And the bundles. I will, like, a little tip for you, anybody that's interested in buying a 60 series, right? You'll notice around the bottom of the roof lining, you'll see these little brown blotchy bits. That is evidence that there is rust either started or has been there a long time in the gutters, and that moisture is actually coming back through onto the roof lining. So if you're going to look for a 60 series, or you're going to prospective buying one, then have a look for this brown blotchy stuff. That is definitely evidence of rust in the gutters. So just make sure you do that. Other than that, there's not much else to say about this beautiful 60. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Right, so that's it for this HJ60, now HJ60 Turbo. Now, it's been a pleasure to work on this one. The customer's coming to pick it up tomorrow. I can't wait to see what he thinks about this vehicle and the power increases and stuff like that. It's actually gone from, would you believe it, 46 kilowatts, and it's pushing out about 78 kilowatts now. So we've gone really mild with the tune for now, and then once we've done a few Ks with this turbo, then we can increase the power a little bit. But you don't want to just go balls out straight away and then find out your engine's not capable of dealing with it. So we can increase the power a little bit later. Anyway, Adam's coming to pick us up tomorrow. I can't wait. What a beast.